Hello and welcome back to our series for Cybersecurity Awareness Month. I'm Jessica Robinson and thrilled to be with you today and this month for this journey. So we are on our second video of Holistic Security Isn't What You Think It Is, at least in terms of how I look at holistic security. Now, if you haven't seen part one of this, I would encourage you to go back and look at that because that video talks about what holistic security is not. And for many security practitioners who are watching this video, I think that you may be surprised by that because for many security practitioners, you have a view of what holistic security is, but that is not what we're actually discussing today. Now, as we get into this, what I think is really important for people to understand is that we are looking at people, process, and technology. There's no doubt that I think that is just a great structure to think about in terms of what we want to focus on in security generally, right? However, when we talk about holistic security from this perspective, it is a human-centered approach versus maybe a technology-centered approach or a process-driven approach, okay? So that is probably the first thing that's most important for people to understand. So with that, let's say in your security organization, and this is just going to be very general information. Let's say you want to focus on three key things. You want to focus on one, minimizing threats. You want to focus on two, regulatory compliance, and you want to focus on three, minimizing vulnerabilities, right? Most businesses, no matter what, kind of want to focus on these things, right? If you're a security leader, on some way or another, you want to focus on that. And a lot of that ties right back up to people, process, and technology, right? So again, with this holistic approach, we're looking at it from this human lens and we're centering that. Now that doesn't mean we don't focus on the traditional approaches that are absolutely needed. This is an addition to that. Or what we typically do is do an augmentation to be able to focus on the human piece. And with that, we're asking three key questions. The first question is this an environment where everyone can thrive? The second question we're asking is, how do we increase human resilience and the use of tech or AI? The third question that we're asking is, who is most vulnerable as opposed to what is most vulnerable? And when we ask that question of what is most vulnerable, again, that leads back to technology processes or processes. But when we're talking about who is most vulnerable, we're keeping it focused and centered on the human piece. Now, I can imagine some of you are listening to this going, yeah, well, I do all of that. And some of you may be thinking, well, why does that even matter? Or, what does it matter who is most vulnerable? I'm a technology leader. I'm focused on protecting my systems. Well, at the end of the day, if we were all sitting around together at a table and I asked you, who in your organization do you absolutely have to ensure is trained in cybersecurity? And I want you to force hierarchy this list. So who is number one, who is number two, who is number three? I have no doubt you would be able to come up with that list very, very quickly. So in asking the question, who is most vulnerable, I have a feeling that everybody would have an answer to that question. The difference is that we're not just, with our holistic approach, we're not just looking at this going, okay, we have this list and now we're going to send them training. We actually have a process that goes layers deep to be able to help us really ensure that we're, again, centering this human piece and we're able to really measure and see progress for that individual or for that team or for the organization, whatever it happens to be. So with that, what you can expect in the post tomorrow is I'm going to provide an example of this. Now, this example isn't going to work for everyone, right? Because every security business is different, but I can certainly tell you that if you're a security leader that runs a business like this is probably going to be something that you can relate to. With that, thank you so much. Please let me know if you have questions or thoughts in the chat, and I look forward to being with you tomorrow. Bye.